truthfully, it's still hard to come out. And so I think one of those things that Mankato Pride offers is just that space to be yourself, to find a community, to find new friendships, and to just truly authentically be you. And that doesn't happen every single week, right? That happens on a special day every single year here in Mankato, and that's our Mankato Pride Fest.
So I think there are two main reasons for having Pride Fest in the first place. One is to give a space for empowerment for our community, and also is for educating the community that it's in. And so I think really the big key for having it in smaller areas is it's a place where the community that you're in may not be as well educated, and so it goes a long way in promoting tolerance, or honestly just understanding and trying to get rid of some of those conceptions. So I think it has that additional benefit that maybe wouldn't be as strong in larger areas.
Smaller communities, I think, get kind of lost in the dust a little bit behind those bigger ones. I mean, you always see, I went to the Pride Festival in Minneapolis, and their Targets up there had Pride shirts printed for that specific Pride Fest. Like, we don't really get that kind of exposure down here. But also in smaller communities, a lot of people are kind of hidden and shy to talk about LGBT rights and concerns, or just be open with themselves. And there's a lot more judgment, it seems, in smaller communities with less people, less different ideas running around.
What Mankato Pride has to offer is, like we kind of say, small town, big pride, right? So it's a way in which we can help people, for one, just come out on their own. It's harder to come out in a small town, and so we really pride ourselves as kind of a beacon of hope for folks. You know, certainly me working at the university, I hear these stories of people struggling within our community, and especially smaller communities than Mankato, to come out. And so I'm hopeful that we at least offer a space in which, even if you can't make it because you're too scared or you're not there yet, you can see us on the news, or you can watch from afar and go, hey, maybe next year I'll be there. I don't think there'll ever be a time where we don't need a Pride Fest. I think certainly for the rest of my life, I expect that we're going to keep doing this. We're going to keep growing and building and getting more and more people out to the park. I think we need to be very careful that we don't become complacent in the social justice changes. We have to understand that any of those could be stripped from us at any time, but also that there is still plenty of work to be done. We need to make sure that we're protecting trans people from violence. We need to make sure that we're not fired from our jobs after we get married on a Saturday, come back to our jobs on Monday, that we're being fired. Laws can change, but we need to change hearts and minds. We need to continue to push people to realize that we're humans, we have feelings, we're your sons and daughters, we're your nephews and nieces, we're your mom, we're your dad, we're your uncle, we're your grandpa, we're your best friend. And so we need to continue to just kind of highlight our humanness and identify the ways in which we can work together, the ways in which we have a lot in common, and from there, I think we can really change at least our piece of the world here in Mankato, Minnesota.